Hey everyone, welcome back. It is our final review of the week. With us once again, we have the Putty Man and we have Campo.Reviews, the man who reviews movies, TV shows, everything else in between. You want to check out their stuff? It'll be down in the description box down below. And while you're there, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow us on Spotify so if you can't see this, at least you can hear the podcast. And we're just shy of 400, so let's try to get there before the end of the month. So we are talking WWE's Evolution pay-per-view today.
There's no
Yeah,
men on this show. Did you notice that?
yeah, I know. What's up with that?
What's up with that?
What's up with that? But I
Wait,
mean,
there was no men,
Discrimination.
discrimination.
but I saw. Okay,
What's it
I
called?
thought
Misandry?
I thought I saw Nia Jax on there.
Nice.
Oh, that's
Thick reference. Thick
that's
reference.
fat phobic and
That has
Hey,
nothing to do with it. What the
I'm
hell? That
fat.
has nothing to do with
transphobic
it.
or
Yeah, come on. That's fucked. I can't believe
no.
you'd say that to Putty.
We'll start off with our first match. Becky Lynch versus Bayley versus Lyra Valkyria, triple threat for the women's intercontinental match.
Okay, so I had heard the rumblings of this event being very good. So it was the last thing I watched after the whole weekend of
Mm-hmm.
disaster. I mean, it was a pretty good weekend for wrestling, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So I saw this match and I was like, okay, Bailey, blah, blah, blah. I found this match really boring.
It's
Mhm.
Becky. I think it's Becky because the interaction between Bayley and Lyra was excellent.
I think that Bailey has more go in that situation that you're saying, but I also Bailey looks like she just doesn't care. Like she just exists
Yeah.
in these matches and she knows that she's just there to take a pin or something,
Yeah.
which she was.
Which she was, yeah.
Mhm.
It just if I was pretty bored watching this match and it wasn't even that the ring work was
And it
bad
wasn't
or
it wasn't a bad match. It just there
no.
was nothing to grab me, you know
There's
what I
the
mean?
storyline is crappy. I'm
Yeah.
tired of Becky Lynch, period.
And
Um
hopefully will Becky Lynch does retain in this match, but hopefully that change is coming because Lyra Valkyria just won the number one contendership match on Raw and she'll be facing Becky for the belt at SummerSlam.
oh, so we're gonna get the third match of this.
Yeah, finally. Finally. So with that, JC Jane versus Jordan Grace for the NXT Women's Championship.
I mean, like,
This was a good match.
do you? We don't want to be rude here, and we talked
No,
about this on NXT, but like, JC Jane has no business being a world title holder.
no.
After watching this match, she looks so out of place in it with like a Jordan Grace.
Yeah, Jordan Grace did her best, but this, like I said, still this was not a bad match.
It wasn't, and there was good outside of the ring storytelling to an
Hmm.
extent, but I don't get the Blake Monroe stuff. I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
Well, the
So
whole thing with
go
I
ahead,
was gonna
buddy.
say the whole thing with Jordan Grace. This is all new to me because I don't really pay attention to NXT, and I really like her. I think she's a physical presence and everything. Even though she's short, she's got some really good muscle to her. This girl that she recruited to go against, what is it, Pretty Fabulous or whatever the heck it's called, the
Pretty
fabulous.
fabulous.
I
Aren't
don't
they?
know
No,
what it's
that's
called.
pretty deadly.
Pretty
I'm thinking pretty
deadly.
deadly.
Pretty Deadly is what I'm
No,
thinking.
what
Yeah,
are they
No,
called? I don't know what they're called.
toxic
finesse,
attraction. No,
No,
they're
that's
not
the
toxic.
World
attraction,
No,
Hero.
that was
fancy attraction. I don't know. Either
Fanta
way,
Fanta soda.
yeah, fancy
Fatal
soda.
Fanta,
attract.
Anyway,
Fanta.
No, fatal
fatal.
fatal fatal something. Fatal attraction or
Get Timmy on it. Anyway, the point of the
yeah.
whole thing is that she recruited
Fatal
this girl, which by
influence.
the Fatal Influence. She recruited this girl, which just did not seem like her flavor. She looked like she was part of this
Well,
other group. Like,
she did not recruit it. The whole storyline going back is that she showed up to NXT about maybe what, 2 months ago?
Not even.
Yeah. This is the girl who lost to Tony Storm literally 6 months ago for the World Championship in AEW.
oh, okay. Well, either way, here's my thing. There's so many females for us to like gawk at or look at, and I'm sitting there thinking, this girl, I've never seen her wrestler. She doesn't have any personality. She does a whole mouth thing at the end, and I'm like, is this a character? Like, this is a really bad
She
character. I
only
have
knows how
no.
to do that character. That's the problem. She
Yeah.
is a
It's
very
so
good wrestler,
bad.
but
She is,
I'm
yeah.
starting to realize that's the only character she has.
She's one
It's
dimensional,
boring.
yeah.
Like, I mean, Trish Stratus has been at this for a long time, and she looks way better than she does when it comes to in ring, and she's way older than she is. So, like, get to look at your idols and figure it out. You know what I
I don't
mean?
know. I'm pretty sure Mariah May on her worst day is better than Trish Stratus's best match of all time.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm talking about as far as like the visual appeal. I'm not talking about actual
I
match
mean,
because I
but
didn't see a wrestler.
I like how you brought it up in the beginning. It's weird that you went and recruited a girl to help you,
Hmm.
even though she looks like she should be part of the
Part of the
other
other
team.
group. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, it's just the thing is like I followed things here and there, like the Bailey situation, not Bailey, but the stuff with which we'll get into later with Jade Cargill and that whole situation with Naomi and all that. That has an interesting storyline that I have been interested to follow. But like this NXT storyline, I guess I haven't seen it, but like it's that storyline, there's no point in my going, oh, I need to go watch NXT. No, it was like I'm glad I'm not watching
Yeah.
NXT. Like you're not selling me on NXT because I know if you're a hardcore WWE fan, you're watching every single event. But you guys know me. I'll watch clips of Raw and SmackDown here and there,
Yeah.
and then watch the PLEs. This felt like I was like, who are these characters? I'm not invested in it. And if you're trying to sell me on NXT, you did the opposite because now I'm like, I still have no interest. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they're not
It's
selling me on it.
let's run through the list. And this is not spoilers, but like we could have waited for this. But let's go through the list of female only WWE centric tag team group breakup storylines happening right now. Jordan
Hmm.
Grace and Mariah Monroe, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez
Rodriguez.
and
Judgment Day. Yeah.
Roxanne Perez. Okay. Trish
Hmm.
Stratus and
And
Tiffany
Tiffany
Stratton.
Stratton.
That's only three. Oh, guess what? Bianca Belair,
And,
Naomi, and
and
Jade
Jade
Cargill.
Cargill.
And guess what? There's more than that. And that's all we're doing right now. Oh, guess
Yeah.
what else they're setting up? Oh, Zarya and
And Sol Ruka.
what the fuck is happening? Their whole division is just breakup storylines.
Yeah,
That's
they
the
don't have
only
any teams
storyline they
left. Yeah.
have. Why is it so important to WWE to slap people together to break them up? Jordan Grace and Mariah May, whatever her name is, have been together for like 2 weeks, and you're
Blake
already
Monroe,
telling a
yeah.
breakup
And,
storyline.
and it's funny you're saying that because it's of all these people, the two
They
people
did
we
that,
thought would
Stephanie
argue.
Vaquer and Julia.
Oh, but listen, but the one teammate, the team you thought, okay, they're definitely not going to get along, was Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. And what happens? They're the one team that gets along together the best in the ring.
And
Remember, she literally pulled.
let's go right into that match.
Well, hold on. We
JC
didn't even
Jane.
say who wins this.
Well, that's what
Okay?
I'm saying. JC Jane retains due to outside interference from Blake Monroe, where she hits Jordan Grace in the
Which
back
made
with the
no
belt.
sense
Yeah.
because she just finished beating up both of the other two girls outside the
The
ring to
night,
help
literally
Jordan
the night,
Grace.
yeah,
No,
literally
right now in
that
this
night,
match. Like right now.
Yeah, she took she took the same belt, whacked her with it, and then all of a sudden she turned on her and whacked Jordan Grace. So it's like,
Oh,
whose side
and
are you
also
on?
just to add to the women's division breakup storylines, at one point, Jasmine, whatever her name is,
Jasmine Nix.
Jasmine Nix picks up the belt off the floor and just looks at it and is like so excited to see it. Oh yeah, like you're not going to break up with
In a week, we're
JCJ.
gonna get the Izzy Dame and Tatum Paxley breakup too.
That is going to happen because did you see the storyline they're telling?
Yes.
Backstage, she steals Lyra's wings, and then Lyra's like, "I want her back. I mean, I want my wings back."
Yeah. Silly. Judgment Day
Storyline.
defending the women's tag team championships against Flair and Bliss, Sol Ruka and Zarya, and the Kabuki Warriors.
Okay, just for reference, that last match was okay.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad match.
JCJ
Yeah.
definitely should not be the world champion.
I think they're going to be moving Jordan Grace up to the main, and then
Jordan Grace needs to win the belt before she leaves.
yeah. You know what that means? On Friday at Slammiversary, we're getting JC Jane versus Masha Slamovich.
Probably, yeah.
No, we are. That's the
Yeah,
match.
that's unfortunate.
That's the match.
That's because they don't want to put Jordan Grace back on TNA. That's literally why this is happening.
Yeah. And hopefully Masha wins because it's a winner take all.
Masha's gonna lose. That's crazy. And you know why she's gonna lose? Because Mariah May is gonna interfere.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my
no.
God, that's so
Oh, no.
bullshit. Okay,
Oh,
tag
no.
match.
Tag match. This was probably one of my favorite matches on the card.
Yeah, this was a pretty good match.
Yeah.
Except the ending, but we'll get there.
Yeah. Like Putty said, Flair and Bliss, for some reason they had great chemistry in the ring together. They were actually
they're very veteran.
they're
wrestlers.
seasoned. Yeah.
Alexa Bliss still has the problem of she doesn't look
The
like she
the
can
weak self.
wrestle. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it doesn't look like she can actually like keep up with any of these women physically, and it
Yeah.
makes it look like her
We
moves don't count.
we again we're in a situation where they still do the eye candy thing. Alexa Bliss has that cell and everything. She's eye candy. I hate to put it that way. I know it sounds horrible saying, especially
Yeah, but
since we're
that's what
talking
Liv
evolution,
Morgan
but this,
is.
Yeah. That's
well,
all
I
Liv
agree. I
Morgan.
agree.
That's
Yeah.
all literally WWE fans. They don't like think that Liv Morgan is an actual good wrestler. Go
I mean,
go
they
Yeah.
on
probably
Reddit.
do.
Go on Reddit and see what they say about Liv Morgan.
Just they do, trust me. They think she's good.
Yeah.
Either way,
People
my
at my
point
work
is, yeah.
literally fight with me to the death that Alexa Bliss is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, so that's what you had. Just don't ever doubt them for thinking that bad women's wrestling is good.
Okay.
Um, go Putty. You were gonna say something.
Yeah. About
Well, no,
the
I was no, I was just gonna say. I mean, all these girls did really well, but it's funny how it just like I said earlier, the moments, the spots when it came to Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, I thought worked out really well. Like they sold
yeah.
it. I'm not saying Alexa Bliss is a good wrestler. I'm just saying that Charlotte really helped Alexa
They
Bliss
had good
look
chemistry
good.
together.
Exactly.
And so did the Kabuki Warriors. They were
I
fantastic.
agree.
They
Yeah, they
They
always have
did.
should.
been though.
They
Listen,
should be champions.
the
Yeah.
Kabuki Warriors wasn't more of like the showmanship. They were actually were doing really good not wrestling moves. Like they were
Yeah.
amazing moves that would every time. And the two together, like what's the two from NXT? Those two,
Sol
they
Ruka and Zaria.
Yeah, they
yeah,
were good
those
too.
they
Yeah.
were good too. But I
They
didn't know
kept
about
up.
them. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I mean, I don't know. This was probably the best match, and I agree with
For
it. I
sure.
mean,
Raquel was definitely the biggest weak link of this whole.
she
Yeah.
was, but she's a good muscle and everything. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So.
Even Roxanne, I gotta say it, Roxanne Perez, like she's really starting to improve now that she's moved to the main roster. Like
It's
she's
she always had talent. It's the
yeah.
problem was this is what I always argue for with WWE, and we talked about it yesterday. It's you're pushing people way before they need to get a push.
Yeah.
Like let them become
Tag
good
champ.
before you just start slapping belts on shitty wrestlers.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the funny part. It's funny how the people that really could get a nice push if you develop it well don't get the proper push
Yeah,
and they
no, you're
don't
right.
succeed. Like
Yeah.
Braun Breaker is a prime example. Braun Breaker has that great look. He reminds me of the old Steiners. You know what I mean? Which he is a Steiner anyway. So he
Yeah.
has that good thing. And then what you're doing is like you're trying to push him, but you're not doing it properly. Then all of a sudden he's now some henchman for Seth Rollins,
Yeah,
which
but you
now
see,
that's
this is his
broken.
issue, right? He did get a heavy push in NXT.
I
But
Yeah.
when he got to the main
well,
roster, they realized through his Intercontinental run that even though he's a talent in the ring, he can't do a character, he can't talk.
yeah.
So he
Yeah.
needs to be a backup
He needs a
person.
mouthpiece. And
Yeah.
him being paired up with Paul Heyman is great. Because
Yeah,
Paul
and
I
they're,
agree
Heyman
with you
can
that
on
do
dude,
that
that.
that
mouthpiece.
turn
Yeah.
is coming. They're going to turn on Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
And
I
Oh
then
think
yeah.
that's perfect.
that's
Or
probably where
Seth
you get the
Rollins when
rest.
he returns. Maybe Braun ends up going for the belt. He wins the
I
belt and
see.
Seth cashes in on him.
See, I know we're sidetracking, not focus on the women, but I mean, I could see Braun Breaker being pushed by Paul Heyman, and then what would be the best thing ever? See Brock Lesnar come back, and now you have Braun Breaker and Brock Lesnar there, and I mean, that's a better rivalry I would see being great than the whole thing with Seth with CM Punk and with Roman Reigns that Paul Heyman was in the middle of. You put those two together with Paul Heyman at the lead. That's a better story in my eyes, honestly, because Paul
Yeah,
Heyman gets to play with that. You know what I
Paul
mean?
Heyman
I'm
will
I
always a
bring
think
Paul
back
Heyman.
Ryback.
I think what you said is very possible. Previous episode, go back and watch that.
Yeah.
Um, that they turn, let's say they turn on Seth Rollins. So now you have just Bronson Reed and
Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker, and then his cousin and Goldberg's son come and join the group.
Yeah.
Hmm. I can see
And
that.
Yeah.
then that's they're like the new bloodline. Call them
Yeah.
the new bloodline.
The real bloodline.
NBL.
Yeah.
Um,
But back
yeah,
to the
I
match
mean,
at hand. I mean,
this match
yeah.
was pretty good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed a lot of the work. It was spotty. I don't like the tag situation when you have multiple
Yeah.
tag teams and you actually have to
Oh,
tag. It should have been a tornado.
It should
oh,
have been four-way, yeah.
that's the other thing too that pisses me off about this. There was no tag to the one that got pinned. If you go look and watch it, it pissed me off when I watched it. Remember the last tag they had was with
Yeah,
um
Zario was the
uh
legal person in the ring. He's
exactly,
right.
and then what happened?
And they pinned
And then
Sol
what happened?
Ruka. So the
And
finish of
then
the
they
match
discounted
came
it.
when Sol Ruka was about to do her move onto Bliss, and then was it that was going to come and spear her? Was it
Oh, what
Rodriguez
her teammate,
or
her team,
Charlotte?
not Yeah, yeah, Charlotte, yeah.
No, Zarya was about to spear her, and
And Charlotte
Charlotte
pulled
pulls
Bliss.
Bliss out of the
And
way,
that's when she hits her own teammate.
and then she hits her own teammate. That's right. And then that's when what's her name comes in and gets the pin on Sol Ruka.
Exactly.
But
And at the
technically, yes, Zarya was the legal person in the ring.
exactly, which means that they should not have those titles.
Yeah.
And I think they just ignored it and said, "Oh, that
And
didn't
the
happen."
finish
They got
happened
tagged
too
outside.
fast as well.
Yeah,
There, it was
they were too
Raquel
focused on
Rodriguez.
that spot.
Raquel Rodriguez didn't do anything for the whole match, and then just came and did one move, and the match was over.
Yeah, but champs
I
retain.
hope I hope not we're the first ones to point that out because I haven't seen any video online point that out, and I'm like I'm pretty sure I rewound that just to look it back live during. I was like I'm pretty sure there was no tag, and I guarantee they're like, well, the tag happened off screen. No, that doesn't count. We have to see the tag.
It
as
can't
fans
happen
in order
off
for it to
screen if
count.
they're both in the ring.
Exactly.
But Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus for the WWE Women's Championship. Now, Campo, you said a couple of reviews ago that people online have been saying Tiffy has been botchy and not very good. Tiffy was near perfect in this match.
Yeah, and Trish, you could see where the old age kicked in. Like when she
Mm-hmm.
tried to do her moonsault, she barely made it over.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's, I mean, she is a lot older. For a women's wrestler, they're not even usually wrestling at her age,
No,
especially
because
not in North America.
what Tiffy's
And
26 and Trish is 49. So
yeah, Trish, you can tell that Tiffany Stratton was really helping Trish out in this match, and I'm glad she did because you can see that respect, even though they're being enemies. And this is one of the times I will say when it comes to wrestling matches that two characters have a similarity. One looks up to the other one, and they really work together to make the match good. Because again, I know I gave praise earlier to Tiffany or to Trish Stratus because of the match, but I have to. It's because of Tiffany. And again, Trish didn't do so bad in my eyes compared to what she had to do with Tiffany, even though she messed up.
she
And
did better.
I'm
She
also
did better than Nikki Bella did in the Battle Royal.
I
she
fair
did
and,
better
and
than
Trish,
Goldberg did.
Trish. I guess it's because of wrestling with Tiffy, or in all of her more recent matches, she's had to work with like the younger wrestlers, the younger generation outside of the Becky Lynch stuff, and you could see that she has that like
Passion
she,
still.
she still was like, okay, this is how we're gonna do it. Then you do
Yeah.
your thing, and I'll copy what you're doing. Where it's like if you like the first match, the reason the first match is boring is because Bailey, as good as she is, and Becky Lynch only know how to do WWE formulaic wrestling, where it's like slow paced spots, not even spot. It's like 1, 2, 3 move, 1, 2, 3 move. Well, okay, stand
It's a
still,
waltz, yeah.
wait, turn, hit, turn,
Yeah,
land,
which happens a
roll.
lot in the next match. We'll talk
But
about that.
in this match, Trish Stratus didn't really do that. And in the last
there was
two
a good
matches
flow
we
to
watched
it,
with
yeah.
Jordan Grace and with the
JC Jane there?
was that the match before this?
No, the match before this was the four-way tag.
Yeah,
Four-way
so
tag.
and in that you see the like the younger style of wrestling where it was a little bit more NXT-ish. There was less like formula of like,
There's
oh,
more
we need
flow.
to be
There's
careful.
more flow
Let's,
to it, yeah.
Very safe. Lightly
Yeah.
tap him in the head like the Hogan chair.
Yeah.
You know,
But-
there was a flow.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the thing. Trish, they actually had spoken with her. Trish will admit that she's here having fun, and she wants to put all these new wrestlers over. So she's wanting to use her name to say,
Yeah,
focus on
to
me,
solidify.
but look at this wrestler and understand why we're making this a deal. And so this whole Trish Stratus, Tiffany Stratton thing, yeah, you know me, sorry, is a good idea. And I appreciate what she's doing, and she still looks good for her age. Like she looks amazing. Like guaranteed that I would not.
She's
turn her
only a
down
year
for
older
anything.
than me. She looks better than I do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot
she's
better
4
than
years
you do.
old.
That's for fucking sure. But yeah, she's willing to keep improving herself to get better. She's not caught in that situation where it's like Chris Jericho. Like we used this example before, but like he just
wants to
was
put
going to do
himself-
Chris Jericho stuff.
Yeah.
Chris Jericho's using his name to put you over. He's not trying to have a great match with you. That's what Becky Lynch is doing. Becky Lynch thinks that just her name recognition is enough. Where Trish Stratus is being sort of more like a Kenny Omega, where he wants every match to be special. So he's going to try to do stuff with you. Like Will Ospreay, I'm going to do stuff with you to make this match better.
But the thing is, it'll make us both look good.
Yeah, and I'll even give credit. I don't want to Tanahashi for like wrestling those young guys and being like, okay, I'll take the bump for you on this one.
Yeah,
you know, like
especially that match against Oleg Bolton.
Yeah, and it's like there's stuff like that where you could see like Becky Lynch for sure. Like Charlotte is going to help put you over.
Yeah.
Bailey's just going to exist in the match with you. But I don't
Yeah.
blame Bailey for that. I just genuinely feel like Bailey's tired of being here. That's the vibe
Yeah.
I'm getting from her.
Yeah. I think she's done. Like she's just had enough of it.
Right?
But
Alexa Bliss only knows how to do formula wrestling. That's all you're going to get
yeah,
from her is
Liv
formula.
Morgan only knows how to do
Yeah.
formula wrestling.
And watching this match, if it was pretty good, because I we do like Tiffy Stratton. I just think
Yeah.
that this run for her has been pretty shitty. This is very reminiscent of Jey Uso's run as champion. I think they both have like a mirror run here
Yeah.
where it's like
Yeah.
people wanted it so bad and then we got it and it was like, no, that's not okay.
Well, we wanted it, and people are happy, but the problem is, or not people are happy, but the problem is just like the situation. I feel like Braun Breaker, they don't know how to sell her. She's good on the mic, she's got great stuff, but like you're not giving us great storylines. You know what I mean? Like at least with it, like again, we're going to be going to assume with
Their
Naomi
booking
and
in
all
general has been really
Yeah.
bad on
It
WWE.
has been, yeah.
that.
But Tiffy does retain with the prettiest moonsault ever. Moving on, we got Jade Cargill
She
versus
almost hit
Naomi.
her, landed on her face.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Jade Cargill versus Naomi, no holds barred match with Bianca Belair as the special guest referee. Ooh.
Can I say? Can I say this though? I do feel Jade, even though I'm not saying this is a good match, I feel like Jade Cargill did a lot better on this match than she's been doing
Okay,
lately.
I'm gonna say two things here. Jade Cargill has not improved at all as a wrestler. Number two, outside of the Chris Statlander match, which was her last match ever in AEW, this is the best Jade Cargill match I've watched. But
Yes.
it wasn't necessarily her. I think Naomi, who also isn't a great wrestler, just understands what she has to do in the ring and
Yeah,
was able
because
to
there was a
carry
lot
her
of those,
along.
like you said, formulaic spots where they would stop, make sure, like you would see like Naomi tap Jade on the shoulder and say, "Okay, do this now," or like
Yeah,
there's
I enjoyed this match. This is one of my favorite matches of the night.
yeah,
I just think that if you really pay attention to this match as it goes along, it's all either bumps taken by Naomi or Naomi carrying her through a bump. Like, oh, I'm going to put you through a table where you don't have to do any work. You just have to land
the
on the
best
table.
selling came from Bianca Belair.
Yeah. Like everything that
Well,
happened to Jade Cargill was not complicated. It was just like, I'm going to throw this thing at you and just let it hit you. Okay.
Yeah,
it's funny too. You say Bianca Belair was the one that was best selling anything as far as like her upsetness and everything. But
Wait, did I say
there
that?
was
Who
I
said
said
that?
that.
Him? Okay.
no,
I
he
said
said
that.
that. He
Okay,
said
good.
that. But here's my situation. This whole the on main event, they made a big deal like she's gonna be there to be the special guest referee. So I'm thinking, oh, we're gonna get some drama. Nope, she is a referee. Why was she there?
To be the referee, to call it down the
There
middle.
was like I was hoping that maybe she would get upset because of Jade Cargill because you could see it at some points. Like she's worried for Jade Cargill. I'm like, okay, here's something's gonna happen. She's gonna attack Naomi or something, and nothing. The whole match, it's just her like, I'm actually a referee here, and I'm like, then what was the point of having you there? There
Drops
was
on her
no
for
really
calling it down
cute.
the middle.
To look super cute. And I was okay with that.
Well, I understand you're okay with that, but that's still not going
I
to
was
be the
okay
reason
with
they.
that.
So
Okay,
if
fine,
Campbell's
you're
okay
with
with that, we have to be okay.
I still want to live in this world where I don't understand the women in women's wrestling and the kind of things that they wear in the sense like Naomi's outfit has they're not real razor blades, but it's pieces of metal hanging off of you. And when other lady wearing no clothes has to wrestle you and you land on me with all those pokey metal things, and it happens too much with like wrestlers, like, oh, they're wearing chainmail and the other girl's wearing a bikini. Like, how do you
What's her
think the
name?
girl in the bikini feels now?
Tekla does that a lot too.
Yeah,
Hey,
and it's like it must hurt.
Yeah.
I didn't get to do Money and Bake with you guys, but I will. I'm going to throw this out there since we're in the Jade
They
Cargill.
always
Money
have
in the
I'm
baked
sorry.
potato.
They always have like the spiked like
Yeah.
straps.
Money in the baked potato.
In AEW, she did the whole Jade from Mortal Kombat and
Oh, they're
last
talking about the
Paper
Storm
Bella.
thing.
They did the Storm. You know, there was a direct copycat of Storm. I liked it. I'm not going to lie.
But you know
that's
why
all
she's
that
doing
was
that? Does everyone know why she's doing that?
She's the oncoming
No.
storm.
She's trying to get the role of Storm in X-Men. So
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
she's been like what do you call it? Like campaigning online.
Yeah, campaigning. Yeah.
So she thought if
Jade
she
Cargill,
did this that they would see it.
you do
Shout
not
out to
have
Hiroki
the-
Goto though. He's going to be playing E Honda in Street Fighter.
Yeah, good for
I
him.
know, I saw that. I want to do. By the way, I want to do a video for the Street Fighter movie one day too.
It's
we'll do that
perfect
on my end.
casting visually.
Ah,
It's
Yeah,
going to be a
it is.
terrible movie because none of them can act.
Well,
No,
I hope-
because
I
you
hope to
got
God
what
it's
is it?
like
You got
Mortal
Cody
Kombat.
Rhodes cast as Guile and
There's
Roman
no
Reigns.
actual actors. 50 Cent, like
Yeah. Was it
Lee
Cody Rhodes is cast as Guile and Roman Reigns cast as
Hey,
Akuma?
if they actually make it entertaining, like the first Mortal Kombat movie, but that's sidetracked. We'll talk about that in a video. You know what? How about this, guys? We're gonna do the video on my end, but we'll set that
Did the
up. So
second Mortal
okay.
Kombat trailer come out? Mortal Kombat
Yeah,
2
no,
trailer?
yeah, it's supposed to come up
That's soon though,
this
right?
July. So what we'll do is we'll do a Mortal Kombat / Street Fighter video
We'll take
talking
it into
about both.
consideration.
Hey, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah. Jade
your
Cargill does win this match, though.
And she should not have won this match. It was
You
a
don't think
silly
so?
goose. It was a silly goose outcome. I don't like
It's
the
her
way it ended.
revenge. It's
Also,
over with.
after she hit her with the chair, she threw the chair out of the ring and almost killed the cameraman.
Yes.
And also, I just want to also call out the stupid like fake camera. Like we grabbed the camera from all the other cameras have cords connected to them and are not also 1980 like
style
recorders. Like, and people are like getting like, oh my god, she threw it out of the ring after. That's thousands of dollars. Like, no, buddy, that was like a 1984 tape deck camcorder with no cords connected to it.
Of course. See, at least if she grabbed the camera, I said that would have been a cool spot if we actually got to see the POV.
Yeah, like who did it? Didn't somebody do it in AEW or TNA where they took the camera and they were like recording with it and then they hit the person with the camera?
Yeah. I think that was in TNA. That was what's his name? The guy I don't like there.
Mance Warner?
No, the guy who always
Sami
fights
Callihan.
him. Sami Callihan. Yeah. But yeah. I mean, okay, moving on. The Battle Royal is next. The participants all show up at the same time. Only a few people got the entrances. So your contestants in this were Tatum Paxley, Izzy Dame, Ivy Nile, Natalia, Maxine Dupree, Candice LeRae, Jada Parker, Kalani Jordan, Julia, B-Fab, Michin, Zelina Vega, Alba Fire, Lola Vice, Piper Niven, Chelsea Green, Nikki Bella, Nia Jax, and Lash Legend.
Shout out to Alba Fire for getting caught on camera for like a solid minute straight, just standing in one spot, not even resting, just literally standing somewhere, not because she didn't know who to wrestle.
Yeah. But give also a shout out to Alba Fire and Piper Niven for holding Chelsea Green in the corner, and anybody that would come and try to attack Chelsea Green, they'd back him off.
Yeah. There were some fun spots in this match.
Yeah.
But even though Brian Zane hated it, in comparison to the AEW Women's Gauntlet match, this was not good.
Well, if you're comparing it to that, yeah, of course not.
Brian Zane hated that. That was his worst match of the night.
The Women's Gauntlet?
Yeah. I was like, I don't know what you watched. That was excellent.
I thought it was okay, but the problem was here's the thing.
We're not talking about this match. But yes, now you can talk about this match.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say I thought you were agreeing with this match was good because the thing is like there were so many times that it just felt uncomfortable. Like it's kind of entertaining when Nia Jax is throwing people out because it has a bit of realism in that situation. But like I see some of these wrestlers in there, and I'm like, I don't know, it just has a fictitious feel to it.
Well, they gave Kalani Jordan the Kofi Kingston spot where she walks on her hands to get back to the ring,
and you didn't even have one Santina like mention. You know what I mean?
That would have been awesome. Santina enters.
I feel bad mocking or making fun of when it comes to most of these matches when it comes to Evolution because I want this to be a successful thing for the women's group, but
because there are a lot of talented women in the company.
But it's good. There was a lot of little girls and stuff there, so like that's what this is really for.
Yeah.
But
it wasn't pervy. It wasn't a pervy crowd like TJPW or Marigold is. And
but tell me I'm wrong.
There was nobody there.
Yeah.
But doesn't WWE when it comes to females the same way that the MCU when it comes to females, they just don't know how to do them properly on their own, that they have to have other things around. Prime example like Black Widow, Captain Marvel. These are movies that Marvel does not know how to make them properly.
Ironheart.
Females. Well, okay, we're gonna get that's not even a movie. That's not a movie, and also
it's not a movie. The movie. They did Yelena pretty good in every movie she's been in.
That's true.
Right, but that's also she's a small part. Everything she does is good because
now you're calling her short. That's crazy. Anyways, he says that's a small part. Wow.
Funny.
In a big wheel. That's what you're trying to say?
Thunderbolts, and you saw how successful Thunderbolts is a great movie, but anyway, we're not going to get into that.
We're not going to get into that. So anyways, this match was a lot of people just meandering around in a ring.
Nikki Bella showed her ring rust in this
Yeah,
match.
but
Like,
Nikki Bella was never a good wrestler to me.
no,
Like never even remotely a top caliber wrestler.
no.
And yet she was at the top of like everything.
Because it's her
Yeah.
sister. They're the twin situation.
Anyways,
That's what
listen,
was.
this
You can
they
look,
needed to
but you
have more
can't
big
touch.
spots. But the
Yeah.
fact that you can't go out of the ring here, that it's an over the rope situation, it makes it so it's hard. When there's that many people in the ring, you can't really do anything.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Because
this
Nia
sidetrack.
Jax did leave the ring and come back.
Yeah,
By
you
the
can
way,
go under the
Yeah.
ropes.
I got a question for you, and maybe I've been wrong this whole time. When was there a rule that when something becomes triple threat, it now becomes no disqualification?
That's
It's
always been
always.
it's always been
Has
a
it
rule.
always been a rule?
Yeah.
Okay, see, I
But we'll
thought
talk
they
about
had
that when we get to it.
like triple threat matches in
Yeah.
general. I thought there were times that you can have a triple threat match, but there's still
No,
disqualification
there's
in
no
that.
No.
DQ, four-way,
Okay.
three-way.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
ECW came up with that when they had the original three-way dance.
So back in the day, they did if they did have triple threat, they did still go by the rules back
Oh,
in
yeah.
like the
No.
early 90s.
ECW did the three-way. That's why it started becoming no DQ and stuff like that. They followed the
Okay.
ECW.
I
Okay.
don't think there ever in the 80s was there
It was
ever a three-way
rare. It
match?
was rare to see a triple threat match in the
And
80s,
I'm
though.
pretty sure, yeah,
Yeah.
and I think they did them in the 80s, but I didn't think they were no disqualification back then. So that's why I was a little bit confused. But anyway, good.
But yeah, why? My question is, why was Lash Legend the last person in the ring?
Well, I knew she was going to stay till the end because from the very first second of the match, they just kept hyping her up.
Yeah, yeah,
She's
I guess it's
she's
just
in a class with like Maxine Dupree for me, where it's like I don't want to watch your match ever.
yeah.
well, I think what it is they're trying to find big wrestlers, but like there's really no appeal. Like Nia Jax, the reason I think she's appealing is because she has that evil look to her. Like she does a really good job of looking like I'm
But
a
she
badass.
she 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 has a character. You know what I mean? Lash
Hmm.
Legend has no
Well,
character,
that's
no
what I'm noticing.
charisma, no nothing.
They want to bring these big girls in, but then they don't have any personality to them. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
Nia's
but
the only one I
Well,
see
Stephanie
I mean,
effectively.
what?
Stephanie Vaquer does win this Royal
Yeah, I
Rumble
mean,
or
as she
Battle
should.
Royal.
Julia got kicked out way too soon.
It
Mhm.
should have been Julie and Stephanie the last two in
The
the ring.
funny stuff, there was some funny stuff like with the Michin stuff
Hmm.
and with the what's her name, Natalia stuff, and then he kept calling Candice LeRae Candice Michelle on
Yeah.
Yeah.
purpose.
But final match of the night. Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky for the Women's World Championship.
Actually, an excellent match.
This was
Yeah,
excellent
this was a
up
great
until
match.
the end.
Yeah.
Hmm,
The
I
end,
agree.
it threw me off. I don't think it should have ended that way. But
I
I
mean,
don't
but
either.
now we know we called this storyline that it was going to happen, and look, it's happening.
yeah, we thought it was going to be the opposite, but
It's happening anyways.
it's happening anyway. So, like, front to back, this match started off fantastic. These
was
ladies
good.
hitting each other hard, brawling into the crowd, like actual hitting, none of the fake punch
Hmm.
thing. It was like actual, it looked believable. It looked great. Like you have two, probably Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, probably one of the greatest Japanese wrestlers of all time in Io Sky. And Rhea Ripley really is coming into her own too. Like she's been coming into her own the last few years. But sorry,
I'm
buddy, go
starting to
ahead.
feel like I was gonna say I'm starting to feel like these two characters have a very reminiscent battle, like Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. When it comes to the female side of it, these two are fitting it because every time they do a match together, I feel like it's phenomenal. They haven't really been too bad. Like we've had maybe some problems back in the day, but like they've learned from it, and they because they know each other so well,
Yeah.
and because it works so well. Because with Rhea being bigger, she's able to do these powerful slams, but then Rhea's able to sell when it comes to all those quick moves too. Like
Yeah.
they're so good. Like I changed my mind. I said earlier, I think this is my favorite match of the night. Like this was a fun match until the end. You know what I mean?
I still
And
think the ending was good. I think it was a good
It
time to
made
do
yeah,
it.
sense. I wasn't personally the way it played out, I didn't like it.
And
yeah,
that's
I
fair
agree. I
enough.
agree.
Yeah.
It's
It's so what ends up happening was the match is pretty much towards the end. And out comes Naomi cashing in her money in the bank. Pins Io Sky on it. So Io Sky
Hmm.
got punked out on this.
yeah,
Yeah.
you could see that they might team up, Rhea and her, because
Well,
their looks on their faces at the end were both like, "What the
And
fuck?"
yeah, they were
well,
both in a look of shock.
but see, here's the other thing I want to say. This I'm looking at this now, because they opened up doors for two things. I think Rhea's going to forgive her, but do you think they're going to push the whole idea of how she screwed her over by kicking over the referee? Because remember, Ripley had the win, when the referee was out, and people were like, "You finally beat her." It was a great storyline to lead into. You know what I mean? Like giving her that
I
mountain
think
to.
it's Campo. I agree with the Campo. Like if you can't beat him, join him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Or you're gonna get to like kind of what AEW should have done with Will Ospreay and Swerve is
And
now
Swerve,
you've
yeah.
removed your two biggest contenders ish out of the
Yeah.
title picture so other people have a chance. So what you do now is you set up the next big match to be between Rhea and her again, Io
Yeah.
Sky again, so Rhea can finally beat her before one of them goes back for the belt.
Yeah, that
makes
would
sense.
make
Yeah.
the most sense. But all in all, Putty, so Naomi is your new WWE Women's Champion. Putty, what would you score this show?
God, see this one I have been trouble thinking about.
This was a hard show to score.
I'll be doing the same thing like I did with the main event. Like I think I'm gonna go 6-5. I mean, it's hard. There's only really two matches I like, but like I don't know how to score this compared to other events because the thing is, I feel like if I say it's lower than these other events, then people are gonna come at me like you're sexist, that kind of thing. And it's
You
like,
are.
well, I mean, the thing is there was just a lot of times they could have really done some good storytelling and some good matches,
This
but
had the
they
potential to be
overcome.
special. Yeah.
It was overcrowded. You overcrowded the storyline and the matches itself to the point of where it was like it feels like you're trying to cover up for something you're worried about. But then when we
Yeah.
got to the Rhea Ripley match, you're like, oh, we feel safe here. It's like, don't you got to be safe with the other players. You got to
Yeah.
understand where they're at.
I think the general everyone was saying this was a really good event. Like I said, online, everyone was saying it's so
Yeah.
good, it's so good. Wait till you watch it, it's so good. Um, I think that comes from the majority of WWE fans don't watch NXT, so the recent product for WWE has been pretty bad. So seeing this was like, oh, it's actually good, but
Yeah.
really, it's just like it's good. It's
Yeah.
like compared to watching the Ring of Honor and NXT that we watched and the
Yeah.
AEW,
AEW.
this is not even in the same ballpark. It's
No.
way better than Saturday Night Main Event. So if you're just watching mainline WWE, yeah,
Yeah.
sure, this is a 7 out of 10. But like it was entertaining from start to finish. I think the first match is the only truly weak scenario of this
Yeah.
because the Rumble match was fun, but it was still low quality. But it was fun. Just the first match
Yeah.
is really boring, and a first
Yeah.
match shouldn't bore you. You
No,
shouldn't
the
start
first
off
match should be
bored.
yeah.
It
So
should
Seven
be
out of
what
10.
starts up.
seven.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm there. I just flat seven for me as well. Like that's basically what it is. Middle of the road.
Yeah, it's
Nothing
I wouldn't
offensive,
I
but
would say
nothing.
watch it, but it's
Yeah.
not gonna you're not gonna be like, oh my gosh, this is insane. I don't know how the
Yeah.
first Evolution was. I've never watched it.
The
I actually didn't see it either.
First evolution was I thought was much better. But here, Timmy's on it.
I would like there to be more support for these things. Like, don't tell me
Yeah.
about women's wrestling, and then you show up half full for main event, and you sell out NXT in the
Yeah.
same town, but then nobody shows up for this, which is an actual pay-per-view. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
So hear this. The first Evolution pay-per-view, Trish Stratus and Lita versus Mickey James and Alicia Fox. Nia Jax won the Battle Royal by eliminating Ember Moon. Tony Storm defeated Io Sky in the 2018 Mae Young Classic final.
Hmm.
Sasha Banks, Bailey, and Natalia defeated Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, and Sarah Logan. Shayna Baszler and beat Kairi Sane for the NXT champion. Becky Lynch defeated Charlotte for the SmackDown's champion, and Ronda Rousey defeated Nikki Bella for the Raw championship. So on paper, that would have been a better card.
On name value wise,
Yeah.
I'm not like oozing to at the
No, the only
out of all
match
my
that
body parts to
the only
watch
match that
Brie
really stands out.
Bellaverse.
No, the only match that really stands out there is Tony Storm versus Io Sky.
Yeah, legitimately.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
the
that was
Shayna Baszler match.
yeah, that's when Shayna Baszler was at her peak in NXT.
I always thought Shayna Baszler was good. They just don't know how to use her.
Yeah, but Putty, before we end the show, we teased it on the last episode. Justify your 7.
Okay. So people that don't know, they were talking about Ironheart. If they would have invited me, I probably shouldn't even tell you guys since I didn't get to do the review with you guys.
Since you get to the review, so I'm going to explain it to everybody. This is live on the internet. We were filming a video with live in discussion. Said the weekend after it ends, we're going to do the episode.
Gonna do it.
We messaged Putty in the group. Putty answered 2 days later, and then You know what?
Right,
He
and
he
but people
lost.
also but also people understand they want me to sit there and memorize something that we just had a brief off conversation.
Well,
Then I'm
he
and
knew. I
now
didn't message him to talk about it. He knew it was time to go.
no, but it's his like well anyway. My point to the thing is because like I said, I'm not gonna always have those pop ups. I don't get notifications because I have my phone turned down at work, so I can't have it
I
going
don't even
bleep
have
bleep
Discord
bleep.
notifications on.
I don't either. That's
I
my
just
point
check
though.
it once in a while.
Yeah.
Well, I
Listen,
don't
just
check
tell
it
us your
regularly. Anyway.
goddamn
Okay, tell
reasoning.
us your.
So here's the thing. Ironheart is a good show, all right? But the problem is the whole family aspect they pushed in there was really boring. The one thing that got me excited for the show was when they finally brought out, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched it, click off the video now, okay? Mephisto, okay? Now
Melissa
here's the thing.
Etheridge.
Yeah,
Hold
well, here's
on.
the
So
thing.
you gave the show a 7 for the
No, no,
six
no, I'm
minutes
not
that
done.
Mephisto's in at the end
No,
of the
no, no, no,
show.
no, no, no. So
Borat.
here's my situation. The show was good. The whole push of what her friend and the AI thing actually bothered me. It didn't keep me in. It didn't keep me pulled. What kept me pulled was Riri's relationship with her dad. And if they would have keep that as a memory, it's fine. They constantly had to use her best friend in order to push that whole thing. And Riri is a good character, but I just did not get into that girl. Like her best friend annoyed me more than anything else. And then, prime example is this: we bring the whole situation up.
So
Then
you're
the
doing
brother,
nothing but down
hold
the
on.
show, but you
I
still
know.
gave a
What the
7.
fuck?
Well, no. But that's the one thing that I didn't like about it. But then, because the thing is, here's the thing: Riri and her relationship with the gang members and that whole robbery was amazing. That was probably my favorite stuff of the show. The family relationships were good, but they felt too much like we're jumping in.
But
Like her
Riri's
mom.
supposed to be a hero. This is a villain origin story for her.
No. I get that, and that's one other thing that I was wondering about. Like, why are they doing that in the first place? Like, why is
I
she
left.
becoming the
Yeah, I could see that.
the thing? So here's my thing.
And we're back.
I enjoyed it, but there was just so many things that made me go, I can't give it that high of a number. You know
The
what I mean?
first episode is the single worst thing
Worst
that Marvel
Marvel.
has ever
Yeah.
made in the history of the
That
the
first
company
episode is a
Marvel.
1 out of 10.
I would rather watch 1994
Wait,
Fantastic
wait, wait, wait.
Four.
So you guys give it a lower score?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We
See,
gave
I
it
thought it
like
was so.
fives.
Oh no, okay. Then that's fine. The thing is, I gave it seven because I was trying to be nice because of the Mephisto thing. I'll agree. Mephisto was the only reason it got a
It's
seven.
six
I mean,
minutes.
I know.
In the
I don't
last
care. That's the other.
And it
episode.
and it leads to her making another bad decision.
I
Decision.
know. I agree. And you know what? Let Mephisto have it. I want Mephisto to tear up things like this. This is the reason why I'm so excited they actually hired him as Mephisto because he's perfect in Mephisto.
Yeah, I
Okay,
agree.
so
Yeah.
so here's my
But
thing.
too little,
Here's my
too
thing.
late with Mephisto.
Here's my thing, though. I will say this. I'm pulling this back to say one thing. When I told you guys seven, I thought you guys liked it. The internet is going crazy for the show, and I'm like, it's not that good.
The
I was
only
giving it a
thing
seven
going
because of
crazy for
Mephisto.
it, the only thing going crazy for it are like extreme far left wingers
Hmm.
and Rotten Tomatoes for some reason because
Yeah, well, that's
on every critic site it has a low score.
okay. So when you guys were saying like defend yourself, I wasn't trying to actually praise
Yeah.
it. I was being nice about it. You know what I mean? Seven is a nice score
It's
compared to like a.
like this was our biggest thing that we talked about. No one cares and in a negative way that the show has lots of different representation. That's good. That's fine. That's what we want.
Yeah.
But there's people who are from those communities who are good actors. Why didn't you
Well,
hire the good actors? Why
well,
did you
that's
hire
Yeah.
the worst possible actors from all of those places?
Yeah,
But
and we
here's
were
one
talking
more-
about I forgot her name again. Hunter, the one who's playing Zelda or
Hunter
the
Schafer.
Hunter Schafer. Like, so what if, she's a trans actress? She is Princess Zelda. She looks exactly
No,
like
but
her.
there's good
Yeah.
actors. There's good white actors and Spanish
Yeah.
actors and black actors
Well,
and trans actors and
trans
gay
actors,
actors,
yeah.
but you chose to pick all the worst actors from
But here's the thing.
every category.
Well, here's the
Except
thing.
Riri and
That's
the
okay.
son of Obadiah Stane, spoilers, are
Yes.
the only two good parts of this show.
So that's the point right there. And see, the thing is again,
And I like Anthony Ramos. Is that
here's the
Anthony
thing.
Ramos? Yeah.
Riri was
He's
good.
hot.
Riri is good. Again, I like Mephisto. I like uh Stain's son. But like for example, here's where I was like, dude, this is horrible and everything. And I thought, like I said, the way you guys were talking, I thought you guys were happy about it. When they
No.
got to the point where the brother, like her best friend and the brother comes in and they're like, oh, I don't want to see this. I was like, okay, justifiable. This is an upsetting thing. But for you to just ping, well, I'm okay with this now. I'm like, what the hell just happened? And your mom is in there and she's like, I'm gonna help you be a superhero. I'm like, this sounds like something you see on Power Rangers.
Yes.
So yes, I
So
give
what do you
it-
mean?
I
Listen to me. Listen. You showed the the hologram decided it was gonna go show the brother that it was alive. Okay, and the brother
Yes.
got mad. So you thought to make the brother happy after years of having like depression and like suffering through the loss of his sister was to go to the devil and sell your soul to bring back the sister? You think that's what he wanted?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay, let's look at that. I actually
Crazy.
like that. Every time Mephisto came up, I was like, I'm so happy, and it was more I'm happy just to
Or
see it
she
in
could
there.
have sold her
But screw
tech for
him.
millions of dollars instead of robbing people for thousands.
Well, but see, here's the things that people miss on these little type of things. Okay, even when it came to little small things, Riri's friend again. I don't remember her name. I keep saying Riri's friend because I didn't give a
Natalie.
crap about her name. Natalie. When Natalie was showing her dad and her and doing that perspective, everything is in her brain. So she would only see it in the eyes of herself looking at her dad when she does the whole like singing, dancing, whatever the freaking thing is doing. But we're seeing it on a view that her friend is seeing it. That is not freaking there. So like, how does this make sense when it comes to
Yeah, but
this
there's a
stuff
lot
is
of
in?
stuff like that in this
Yeah.
show. It's
It's
Well, no,
just
but
just
there's
that's
a
my
poor
point.
listen.
writing.
If you justified the criminals doing the crimes because they were taking over faceless or like evil corporation money, but they don't present it as that. They present them as bad guys
Yeah.
taking money from people. So
They're
it's
just
like
greedy.
her only instinct at the beginning of the show is I want to be a superhero. I worked with superheroes. I want to make aid for first responders to save people's lives. I'm going to do crime. Like what?
Yeah.
Where was the logic?
Well,
Anyways,
that's
that's
why.
it for
Where
today,
is the
guys. Thank you
lie?
for
In the words
watching.
of Kenny Omega, goodbye and good night.